With Minions, The Rise of Gru coming up in theaters in a couple more days, let's talk about the film that introduced us to Illumination Entertainment, Despicable Me. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2010 computer animated comedy flick Despicable Me. Released by Universal and produced by Illumination Entertainment, its debut film. Directed by Chris Renaud and Pierre Coffin in their future directorial debuts, produced by Chris Meledandri, Janet Healy, and John Cohen, from a screenplay written by Cinco Paul and Ken Dorio, based on a story by Sergio Pablos, featuring the voices of Steve Carell, Jason Segel, Russell Brand, Miranda Cosgrove, Kristen Wiig, Will Arnett, and Julie Andrews. The film tells the story of a supervillain named Gru who adopts a trio of orphan girls named Margot, Edith, and Agnes and attempts to steal a shrink ray from his rival Vector in order to shrink and steal the moon. This film was a big breakthrough for them and what have you, and has become a big franchise for Illumination. Here's the story. Longtime supervillain Gru has pride hurt when an unknown rival steals the Great Pyramid of Giza and replaces it with an inflatable decoy. He, his elderly assistant Dr. Nefario, and his army of minions concoct a plan to steal the Earth's moon. Dr. Nefario worries that the plan will be too expensive, so Gru applies for a loan from Mr. Perkins, the director of the Bank of Evil, who orders Gru to steal a shrink ray first. While at the bank, Gru meets Perkins' son, Vector, a budding supervillain who he learns is behind the pyramid heist. Gru and his minions successfully steal the shrink ray from a research base, only for Vector to intercept him and steal it for himself. After a series of failed attempts to steal back the shrink ray from Vector's fortress, Gru notices three orphan girls named Margot, Edith, and Agnes being allowed into the fortress to sell Vector cookies. Gru disguises himself as a dentist and adopts the girls, planning to use them in his plot to reclaim the shrink ray. He eventually manages to use the girls to distract Vector long enough for him to steal back the shrink ray, but the girls insist upon stopping at an amusement park on the way home. Gru plans to abandon them there, but finds himself enjoying his time with the girls, and they begin to bond. Now then, at home, Gru shows Mr. Perkins the shrink ray via a video call, but when the girls interrupt the call, Mr. Perkins refuses the loan. Heartbroken, Gru tells the minions that the bank is no longer funding the project. Seeing how sad Gru is, the girls give him their piggy bank, and the minions pull all their resources to raise the funds needed for the project. Dr. Nefario calculates that they will have to go for the moon when it is closest to Earth, but the day is the same as the girls' ballet recital. Believing the girls have become too much of a distraction to Gru in the project, he calls the orphanage director, Miss Hay, and tells her to take them back. Meanwhile, Mr. Perkins informs Vector of Gru's possession of the shrink ray, prompting Vector to take action by kidnapping the girls. Alright, now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue on. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. After successfully shrinking and stealing the moon, Gru tries to make it to the ballet recital only to learn of Vector's plot. Hurrying to the fortress, Gru hands over the moon, but Vector refuses to hand over the girls and flees in his aircraft. Meanwhile, Dr. Nefario and the minions discover that the effects of the shrink ray are only temporary. The larger the mass of an object, the faster its effects wear off, causing it to return to its normal size. Gru and his allies rescue the girls before the moon returns to its normal size and launches itself into orbit. Stranding Vector. Gru reclaims custody of the girls and they celebrate with a special recital. Later, a dance party. Wow. End of story. Moment of silence, everyone. Okay, so what did I think of Despicable Me? I must say I really like it. I've only seen it a few times, but I do like it. This was a good way to start Illumination's career and what have you in the world of animation. Heck, if we didn't get Despicable Me, then we would have gotten some other flicks that fall like Hop, The Lorax, and The Secret Life of Pets, and Sing. Anyway, Despicable Me became such a big success. It went on to make $543 million worldwide, and also the ninth highest grossing film of 2010. It would go on to have two sequels in 2013 and 2017, as well as a Minions movie in 2015, which will have a sequel coming up. There is a fourth Despicable Me in the works and will be released in a couple more years. But anyway, I really liked our voice acting cast. Voicing Gru is Steve Carell, who is absolutely really good, who of course was still currently big on NBC's hit comedy Office at the time. Jason Segel voices Vector, who was really good. Russell Brand voices Dr. Nefario. Yeah. Of course, Brand would lend his voice to the main character of Illumination's second film, Hop. Voicing Miss Hattie is Kristen Wiig. Yes. Let's see here. Who after this would return for the sequels by voicing a different character in Agent Lucy Wilde. I'll talk about those when I get to them. Voicing Margot is Miranda Cosgrove, who most people know best from Nickelodeon's recent hit iCarly, which was spawned from Drake and Josh, which of course she was on there. Mr. Perkins is voiced by Will Arnett. It was pretty good. Danny McBride, Jack McBrayer, and Julie Andrews voices Gru's mother, Marlena, are in this as well. Anyway, Dina Gayer voices Edith, Elsie Fisher voices Agnes, and Pierre Coffin voices various minions, including Kevin, Tim, Bob, Mark, Phil, and Stuart. Plus a host of other voices. Anyway, Despicable Me proved to be such a big success for Universal and for Illumination, which eventually would give, recent studios that have started to take off, like Pixar and soon Sony Pictures Animation and 20th Century Fox Animation. Well, that's 20th Century Studios to us now. Oh yeah, and don't forget DreamWorks. Well, a little bit of competition. But anyway, Despicable Me is definitely a fun flick. So in the end, with a pretty good story, yes, I liked the story, and the music was good too. Connected by Hilter Pierre, if I mispronounce that, I apologize, with songs done by Pharrell Williams, who absolutely does an incredible job, especially doing the theme song. But anyway, I just enjoy it. It had a lot of fun moments. It just was just wow, incredibly funny. That would approve to kids and adults. So I'll start again by asking, would I recommend Despicable Me? I would say, yeah, that's definitely worth looking into. Despicable Me is definitely a fun flick. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. If you're just wanting to get into Illumination Entertainment, then this is the one you should start out with. So, what are your thoughts on Despicable Me? Please tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And next time, I'll be bringing to you a review of Minions. Now, of course, though I was originally going to do the sequels to this, but because I've had a recent issues with my laptop, I'm rescheduling them, plus other films I had formally planned to review since last week to next month. Details to follow, okay? Alright. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out my reviews for these other films from Illumination. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Hop. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Sing. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of Illumination's recent hit, Sing 2, from last year, which is now streaming on Netflix. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.